Hey, how you doing? It's Mark Whiteley here, and welcome to this video. And in today's video, I'm going to teach you affiliate marketing for beginners from scratch for 2026, and this is a full tutorial, right? It'll be a longer video because I want to take you from A to Z on exactly how to do it correctly, ethically, and potentially to end up earning you an amazing income. It's not overnight riches. Anyone that tells you that you can make $10,000 and drive a Lamborghini by next week is pretty much telling you what you want to hear to sell you some sort of junk. So that is not what this is about. This is a full tutorial, rightio. I'm going to cover the 8 different steps, the 8 different things that you need to be aware of when you're covering this. Now, there's not going to be any fancy edits or any super flashy stuff. I'm just going to literally show you what you need to know so you can get on with it and potentially get started with affiliate marketing yourself. And this is perfect if you're a beginner as well. And I just want to let you know, I do have a link in the description where if you want to get more in-depth training, I do have an on-demand free complete masterclass that is going to walk you through everything that you would need to know in even more detail. So you can always check that out anytime you want. Alrighty, so let's get into it. Now, first of all, you're probably thinking, who am I and how can I give you this information? So Mark Whiteley, I've been online now, working online, running a full-time business for about 15 years. So I've been around for quite some time when it was super simple to all the way through the different phases of the affiliate marketing world. Let me just quickly come over here and I'll show you a little bit of proof here. So this is just one particular program I was promoting using the methods I'm going to teach you. And I'm just going to log in. It's called MAP. And they offered an education platform, so it's a pretty cool little platform. And you can see in a second here when it decides to load that I am actually the #1 affiliate for this particular offer. I have generated in about 4 months, about let's call it 62,000. And as you can see there, I am the #1 affiliate. Alrighty, so back to me. You can see that there's a bit of proof there, and if you want to learn more about it, there is a link in the description to check out more details. So let's start with #1. The very first thing you want to do is pick a niche. Now, most people are going to tell you health, wealth, and fitness. While they are super good niches, you're going to be creating content. You're going to be having to put yourself out there. So you don't want to do something that you hate just because someone's told you to do it. You want to kind of pick a niche that you have some sort of passion or interest in, and then you can simply go ahead and find offers around that particular niche. You don't want to start in a niche where there is nothing to promote, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. You also want to be able to, you don't have to be an expert in it, but have a little bit of interest, a little bit of a passion in it, something that interests you, right? And then you want to make sure that it's a viable niche. So to understand if it's a viable niche, you're going to, let me pick something, drones, right? Drones. I don't know why I thought of that. Actually, I was looking up a drone blog, so that's probably why. So let's talk about drones, right? As the niche, right? Maybe you want to sell drones, all right? So what you would do is you would simply go over to places like Google and you would type in different search terms around drones, like best drones, buy drones, things like that, and see, are there actual ads? Because if there are ads and people are advertising over on Google, for instance, or even Bing, Microsoft, you're going to find out that very quickly there's no reason why they would be promoting and spending money on advertising if it wasn't a niche that's in high demand. Another thing you can do is you can go to YouTube, right? Just the platform you're on right now, and you can type in different terms up there and see, are there actual channels around that particular subject where they're getting decent amount of views, all right? That's another proof that this niche is, viable and potentially going to be profitable. The other thing you can do is you can go to Google Trends and you can type in some search terms over in Google Trends and see whether there is people actually searching for it. Is it kind of trending, or is it nice and stable for quite some time? Once you've established that, you now have yourself a niche, okay? So that's the first step. Check a niche. Now, you want to take a little bit of time finding this because, you're going to commit a bit of work to this. So you don't want to keep jumping and swapping and changing because you're going to have to start all over again. And that is just going to drive you insane. All right. So that's the very, very first thing you want to do. Now, once you've done that, you're going to want to make this a legitimate business. So in order to make it a legitimate business, you need to get yourself a domain, all right? A domain that's branded or related to that particular topic. So it could be, I don't know, Drones 101 or whatever, just something like that from doing the drone example. Or if you want to be the brand, you could put it in your particular name, totally up to you. So you'd want to get yourself a domain, and then you're going to want to build a website with a homepage, a blog, and a little bit of content on there, maybe some reviews and different things like that. Now, it sounds like a lot of work, but these days it's super simple, and it can be done with the help of AI, like Claude and ChatGPT can help you write articles and different things like that to get that up and running pretty damn quickly. And when it comes to actually the software that I recommend when it comes to actually building your entire business on, let me quickly share my screen here. I'm going to recommend Systeme.io. Why? Because it has everything in the one place. So it is going to save you a ton of money and a ton of time. And in fact, you can actually use it for free. Okay, so I'll put a link in the description so you can go ahead and check that out. Now, obviously, that is an affiliate link. So if you do get it and you do decide to actually pay for the service, which you do not have to, I will get a commission that helps the channel. So let me just show you a little bit about Systeme and what it can actually do, right? And the pricing. I'm actually going to go up here to the pricing because that's what really matters. All right, so the components here. There is completely free, right? And for the free one, you can have 2,000 email subscribers. So you can actually collect emails over there and you can actually keep in contact with your emails. We're going to talk about that. That is super important. Tags, pipelines. All right, we'll talk about that later. You can send unlimited emails. You can have one email campaign. That is like a series of emails that go out automatically. Newsletters. So when you want to send something out automatically, manually to everybody. Automations, workflows. You can have sales funnels, different funnel steps. You can have, you can't do webinars. A/B testing. You can have one custom domain, which is really all you need to get going. Upsells, websites. You can have one website, which is plenty to kick off with. You can have 2 different languages in that website, which is crazy. You can have booking calendars. It has payment processes. You can create a blog, all right, which is kind of really what we're kind of talking about here for the first level of what you want to do. It literally has everything, okay? There's nothing it doesn't do. You can sell your own courses, everything in here, and it's kind of crazy. So you can kick off. It's not a free trial. It's literally free, all right? And once again, link in the description below. But I am going to recommend you go with the startup because it has a certain number of features in there that you are going to want to utilize as you progress through your affiliate marketing business. And this is literally 17 bucks. All right, that's it. So it's super, super, super cheap, and I recommend you grab that, especially if you want to follow along with what I'm going to be talking about today. All right, so that's the first thing you want to actually establish is you want to get yourself a niche, and then you want to get yourself a blog, a website, some home for your information and content that you're going to be creating. So once you've actually done that, then the whole point is here, you're going to be creating some reviews, all right, on these particular products. Okay, AI will help you. You're going to have a homepage. You're going to have different information and details. Let me show you a couple of good examples here. Here is a website that I have no idea who this is, but I just found it and I thought, hey, this is cool. And her niche and her thing is websites, all right? So talking about launching a product or launching something. So she kind of covers different websites and what they are and what they do. And here's the thing. Within these different areas here, she's going to have affiliate links, okay? So you're providing that content, you're providing the information, and people are going to read through this and they're going to go, oh, okay, Squarespace. And then they're going to come down. I guarantee she'll have a link here. Yeah, they're going to click on this link. And if someone goes and picks that up, that's an affiliate sale for you. So for those that don't know, affiliate marketing is simply where you are recommending a product that solves a problem to somebody that needs that problem solved. When that person clicks on your affiliate link and makes a purchase, you will receive a commission. And the commissions can range, like Amazon pays bugger all, like 3 or 4%, 8% maybe. And then certain programs pay up to 60, 50, 75% commission. So you can earn quite a good amount of money when you're recommending these things. Now, I also recommend you promote things that have a subscription. That is going to allow you to compound and make a recurring income, which is really, really, really important for the long term. So you can make a sale once and get paid every month for quite some time, and that's got to compound and build up over time. It's highly recommended. So here's another example. This one is, this is why I actually looked at it. I was looking at this one. They got like drones and stuff. So he's called Tech Gear Talk. So he talks about all sorts of different tech. Okay, that's his particular niche. And then he has different reviews and talking about different subjects within that. And each one of these would have some sort of, affiliate link in there as well. So we could pop into one of these and you can actually see he's got a review on it. And then he has, that would be his affiliate link right there. All right, so if I click that, it's going to open up the product page. Someone will go to that product page and potentially pick up one of these things, and boom, you get paid. All right. So the other thing is, you're probably wondering, is how do you actually find these affiliate products? Well, there are a number of different affiliate marketing networks, okay? And they're usually the easiest ways. If we just go to Google here and we go, I don't know, affiliate marketing marketplaces, I guess. You're going to see there are lots and lots. So PartnerStack is good, Shopify, Linktree. You got ClickBank, AWin, Impact, ShareASale, CG Affiliate, Commission Factory, Commission Junction, they used to be called. There is just tons and tons and tons of different ones, all right, that you can dig around and find different products within your chosen niche that you can promote and get approved to promote. Very easy to do, and you will definitely find something out there for sure. Alrighty, so here's another example. This one here, she does like back pain, so it's like health stuff. So she talks about remedies and different things as well. And she's going to have links to, different affiliate offers and different things like that. Okay, so that's essentially where you want to start. The next thing that's super, super, super important. Let me come back to me for a second. The next thing that's super important is you don't want to just simply always just go ahead and send people to like an affiliate offer. Okay, you want to like build up that relationship with people, and you can do that in a number of ways. So one, you can send them to your website just like this, okay, so they can read the content, get to know you, get to like you and trust you, and then they'll take a lot of your recommendations. The second thing is you can also go ahead and offer people a completely free resource that solves a micro problem within that particular niche. This is super powerful, and the reason why it's super powerful is, one, you can provide some value, you can help that person out, but at the same time you're collecting an email address. So you can actually build an email list from here. So now you have two different ways. So you've got people going from your content to your actual website and reading and learning and getting recommendations and purchasing through there. But you also have your email list where you can email them the recommendations and different value and content as well, which is going to allow you to build up that income even more. All right. So that's the next thing that you would need, is to create some sort of a free thing. It needs to be something of value, not something nasty and of no value to people. It needs to solve an actual problem. It needs to be short, sweet, and to the point, so that way people get a small win out of that free thing that you're giving away. Now, the next thing you want to think about is how do you create that? Well, you can get AI to help you create these things. All right, it's pretty simple, and then you're going to put it together. It could be a checklist, an ebook, a small tool, the planners. There's just a number of different things depending on your particular niche. And actually, Claude and ChatGPT can help you like brainstorm that to come up with some really cool ideas there that are going to be of high value there. The next thing you want to do is you want to start to consider content. Now, I'm always going to recommend long form videos are usually going to be the best, because you have the best opportunity to connect with your audience, all right, your selected audience. So I'm going to say YouTube is probably the way to go. Plus, Google owns YouTube, so you'll find when you do a bit of searching on Google, for instance, you're usually going to see videos, as you can see. So they place the videos. So not only are you getting traffic and things like that from YouTube, you're also going to be able to attract traffic from Google. And your blog or website will also potentially rank and be on the first or second page of Google when people are searching for a solution to a problem or a review of a product. So that's another important thing you want to consider as well. So I would say YouTube and YouTube Shorts and YouTube long form. I would create YouTube long form first, and then create YouTube Shorts that drive a lot more traffic, but send that traffic back to your long form videos. Because YouTube has the ability now, you can link to a long form video, which gives them more in-depth, more help, more value, and you can have a link to go to that freebie you're giving away, or your website, or whatever it may be, okay? Or a tool or a service, okay? So that's another thing you want to consider doing as well. So that's the next step, all right? Here's a really important factor here. You're going to create this long form videos, you're going to create this content. I would do at least one blog post per week on your blog or on your website to keep that progressing, and do one, maybe two YouTube videos and maybe a short. All right. So not a huge amount of work, and you can pull this off in, maybe 4 to 5 hours in a week. You should be able to maintain this and build it over time. It takes some time when you're purely using organic traffic to get that traction and get enough views and enough traffic coming through. Now, don't obsess in going viral. That means absolutely nothing. We're trying to target a very specific audience. So you do not need many views in order to get yourself some results. In all honesty, 50 views to 100 views on something very specific and targeted can actually make you more money in the long run, because it's very niche and it's very targeted, than 20, 30, 40,000 views from all sorts of random people that are not really interested in that subject. All right, so we've established you need to get a niche, right? You need to find products in that niche. You need to make sure that niche has some sort of need and people want it and people are searching for that kind of stuff. All right, then you want to create some sort of a website that you have as your home base, and then you want to go ahead and come up with some free things that you can give away in order to help you build that email list, right? You want to be doing one post per week at least, and you want to be doing 1 to 2 videos per week as well on YouTube is what I would highly recommend. All right. Then you want to be able to build that email list and nurture those people through a nurture sequence. And we can get into that. You'll learn more about that in that free masterclass that I have below here. All right, so that's pretty much how it goes. And then the next thing you're going to want to think about is making it legitimate, because if you want to then take it to the next step where you're potentially thinking about advertising, it's going to be, you're going to have a much better time of it long term, and to stay compliant if you actually register yourself as a business, okay? And that could be an LLC, or in Australia, get an ABN number and have an actual business that is revolved around that, okay? You want to do that after you've proven that what you're doing is working and you're getting a few sales. Then you're going to want to think about, okay, let's make this legitimate. Now, once you do that, then that opens up another area for you that you can consider, which is things like Google Ads, YouTube Ads, and even Meta, okay? And you can promote over there. Now, you have to be very careful when you're doing these particular places. You cannot link from an ad directly to an affiliate link or an affiliate offer. You want to be able to send people to your page, or even better, capture their lead by giving them a free resource that is in high demand and they really want, and make sure the targeting is very specific. Then you can collect that email. Everything is compliant and above board. And then you want to go ahead and send those people off to that affiliate link via an email or a series of emails, or back to your YouTube content where you actually promote certain offers as well over there. So that is how you want to do it. Now, you also want to make sure that you're doing your promotions not in a blatant salesy way. So if you're doing a YouTube video, the best ways to do these things are, the top 5 things or tutorials or how-to videos. Literally provide value. And within that, you can seamlessly, quite easily, recommend something. And I actually did that earlier on, and I recommended Systeme.io because I personally use it. I think it's fantastic, and I calmly mentioned that, hey, there is a link below. You can go get it. It helps the channel, and we do earn affiliate commission from that, but you can get started for free. So I did that because it's part of the education that I'm giving you, right? I also have another way for me to connect with you is when you register for that free masterclass where you're going to get some amazing training. You will also have I will have the ability to collect an email, and then I can continue to help you out and send you some value and help you grow your business and help give you some tips and insiders as well. After a while, hopefully you're going to think, this guy's free stuff is good. I wonder what his paid stuff's like, right? So that way you don't have to chase a sale. The sale will come to you as long as you provide value and you actually give a shit about people's results, all right? You want to sort of when you put all this together, you want to have this all done in this order, and you want to be consistent. Consistency is the key here, okay? Just be consistent. Don't take on too much too quickly. So a lot of people will say you need to be posting on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and Pinterest and Facebook. Well, here's the thing. You could do that for 2 weeks, maybe a month or 2, but you're going to soon burn out. So I highly recommend don't do that. I would pick one platform Get really good at that, make it really systemized, and then consider branching out. And you can even get to the point where if you are generating a good income, let's say you get to $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month coming in, then you consider hiring someone to take your content from YouTube and place it in these different places, and it doesn't cost you much. And then you can branch out that way. Once you've done that, now you're thinking about the advertising side of things, and you want to obviously make sure you're tracking. So you want to know what works, what doesn't, keep what works and get rid of what doesn't, and then you'll be able to slowly scale. Now, the most important thing here is to give it 6 months. Be consistent, do your content, stick to your content plan, and stick to doing it ethically and doing the paid ads as well when you get to that, and be consistent for at least 6 months, and you will see some fantastic results. All right. Now, that's pretty much the end of the video. I'm hoping this has helped you out. Once again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this, and go ahead and join that masterclass. And you got the link below for Systeme as well if you want to give that a try. Now, I do have some other videos for you. I recommend you check this one out next. This is going to also help you with understanding sort of more about affiliate marketing and how to actually build an email list and why this all works so well. So go ahead, I would watch this video next, and I'll see you over there. All right. Ciao.